Falcons. Today's health lesson has to do with summer sun safety. As you can see, I have some silly things on, and I'll go through those here in a second. But let's start and go over some things that are important that I think you should know about the sun. First of all, I have a question for you. Do you think the sun is good or bad for us? Think about that for a second. Is the sun good or is it bad for us? Kind of a trick question. The sun is both. The sun is good for us and it is bad as well. Let me explain. The sun has a natural vitamin that we need in our bodies called vitamin D. Just being outside for 20 minutes gives us the natural vitamin D that the sun gives us. But if we're out there for longer than 20 minutes without being protected, the sun can also damage our skin in different areas. That's how it can be both. So, I want to go over some vocabulary first before we get any further. Here's some vocabulary that we have. Reflect, sun protection factor. If you notice, I have the S and the P and the F are underlined. UVA rays, UVB rays, and broad spectrum. What do all these mean? Well, reflect means to bounce off of, kind of off like that, okay? And SPF, you're going to see here in a second what it means, is sun protection factor. When you go and you buy a sunscreen or sunblock, it's going to have an SPF next to it, and there's going to be a number on it, just like this. You can see there. This is SPF 50. Okay, that number means something. And we'll go over that here in a second as well. UVA rays are rays that come from the sun, and they cause age spots on people and wrinkles. Makes us look older sooner than what we're supposed to. UVB rays burns your skin. Okay, that's how you get sunburns on or suntan on your skin. When you go and you buy a sunscreen or sunblock, you want to make sure that it is a broad spectrum sunscreen or sunblock. What that means is that it's going to protect you from both the UVA and UVB rays. That's important, okay? And let's go over here and let's talk about where sunlight reflects off of. Sunlight reflects or bounces off of snow, which I didn't know before, water, concrete, metal, and glass. So when we go out and swim and we apply this sunscreen or sunblock and we're in the water, let's say the water is up to here, if the sunlight reflects off the water, or if we don't put sunscreen here, then when the sun hits the water and reflects up, we're going to get burned here, okay? Or even when we're outside, let's say skateboarding or jump roping, and the sun reflects off of the street or the driveway, it's going to come up and hit us here. So we want to make sure we put this sunscreen all over our bodies, okay? Now, we have, when you put on these sunscreen or sunblock, you want to make sure that it is an SPF of 30 or higher. SPF is the sun protection factor that we talked about. It means how long is it going to protect you, for how long. You want that number to be a 30 or higher. Okay, over here I'll tell you what those numbers mean in a second. Okay, now how can we protect ourselves from the sun? And did you know that you can even get sunburned on a cloudy day? Something else I didn't know about. If it's cloudy, I always thought, well, you'll be okay. It's not gonna, we're not gonna be get any kind of sunburn, but you can. Okay, so keep that in mind. So, what can we do to help protect ourselves from the sun? One thing is, like I said, some sunscreen or sunblock that's broad spectrum and SPF of 30 or higher. Use an umbrella. Shade trees, get under a shade tree outside or you can be under a porch or one of those canopies as well when you go picnicking. Wear sunglasses, which that's why I have sunglasses on now. And a cap or a wide brim hat, and that brings me up to these caps here. These are wide brim hats right here. They're wide. You can see how this is wide as well, because it'll stop the sun from coming down and hitting, let's say, on my shoulders or on my face area. And then this is a cap, of course. You can wear any one of these and they can help protect not only the back of your head, your ears, but also your front of your face. Okay? So those are different things that you can wear to help protect yourself. And wear long sleeves or pants. Okay? To protect your arms and your legs, of course. Wear long sleeves. It's always better to protect with wearing long sleeves. And try to stay indoors between the hours of 10 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. That's when they say is the sun is the hottest and can cause the most damage when we're outside. So here are some SPF facts. Again, SPF being sun protection factor. Okay, the higher the number that I showed you, the higher this number, the more protection you will have from the sun. But it's also, believe it or not, the higher the number, the more expensive that it's going to be as well. Okay? And I will show you a little graphic on the number, the SPF number, along with how long will you be protected when you have that on. Okay? No sunscreen blocks 100% of the UVB or UVA rays. No, nothing does. But you can help your skin protect it a lot more by using a higher SPF number. You must reapply every 2 hours or sooner if you plan to get wet, either in the yard or swimming, or if you're just sweating. You got to reapply it even sooner than 2 hours. Sometimes if you're in the water, you get in the water, you come right back up, you need to reapply it right away. Even if you haven't been in there for more than an hour or 30 minutes, apply it anyway, just to stay safe. What is the difference between sunscreen and sunblock? Sunscreen, when you apply it, it penetrates into your skin, so you can't see it after a while. You just look real shiny, okay, all over, okay? Sunblock stays on top of your skin. Wherever you apply it, it stays on top of your skin. A good example would be when you go and see the lifeguard and he has a white nose or maybe white around his ears. That's called zinc oxide. That is what is inside sunblock and stays on top of your skin and essentially just blocks the sun from even coming into your skin. It's a very, very good way to protect your skin, but it does stay on your skin so you look white all over the place. And not anybody likes to look white. I like to have white chalk all over their body. So that's the difference of those there. So as a questions, I have 2 questions I'm going to give you. One, what do the letters S, P, F stand for? And you're going to tell me sun protection factor. That's question number 1. Question number 2, I'm going to want you to tell me 3 things that the sun reflects off of or bounces off. And you can tell me any one of these. Snow, water, concrete, metal, and glass. Okay? Well, that's our health lesson for today. I hope you have a great day. Stay safe. And we're thinking about you. Bye-bye.
Here are some sunscreen bottles that help you understand how much coverage each SPF number gives you.
Falcon, submit your lessons on Seesaw.